Hello everyone, welcome back to 30-day Tableau challenge, and it's day 12 today of learning Tableau from scratch, and today we are going to create our first Tableau dashboard. So let us take a quick recap of what we have discussed yesterday. So yesterday we have seen different types of bar charts, okay, and that is what we will be leveraging today, and we are going to create a dashboard on top of all the sheets that we have created, and we will also explore different concepts that are available in dashboard. Okay, so let us get started without wasting much time. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So before that, let me also add another chart type here in bar chart. So you can also use this, whenever you have a requirement to show. So again, I'm using region as my dimension, standard dimension, and I'm taking my sales here. Okay, and now what I'm doing is I'm just converting this into percent of total, because everywhere we are showing that, and this is how we got the values, right? So like I said yesterday, we can convert this bar into whatever we want using this mark shelf also. So in show me, we have different charts types here, and also from marks we can change it. Like say I want to convert this into circles. I can click on this and I can convert into circle. I got this circle. Okay, fine. Now my intention is I want to show the label on the left side here, maybe next to region here. Okay, you can get sometimes this kind of specific requirements uh, in a project. So what I'm doing is I'm just duplicating this using my control button and dropping it right next to region. Here I got somewhere here. So I'm just converting this into discrete here. Okay, so we'll learn about discrete and continuous topic in the upcoming session. But for now, just bear with me. So now if you see here, we got the sales in percentage, but you see the decimals, they are very huge in number. I want to format that. How can we do that? So you can simply click on this, and there is an option called as format. If you go that, you get a window here, pop-up window on the left. So using that, if you go under numbers, you can directly convert. So we want that in percentage, and so I'm clicking on percent. How many decimals you need? Two decimals. So even if you don't need, you can decrease the size from here. Okay, so I want only this, so I've corrected that. Okay, now here I'm just using a dummy field here, and maybe like say max of 0 I will use, because I need a line on 0. That's it. Okay, so this is how I got. Now if you see here, there is a thin divergent line that is going in between these circles. That is what I wanted. Now what I'll do is but observe the axis here, because we have maximum as 31% or whatever. So our axis is limited to that. Now the challenge is I want axis from till 100%, what irrespective of what the value I have. So you can always do that. Right click on the axis here, and you will see an option called as edit axis. You can edit that, and you see currently it is automatic, and you can also use a fixed option. So when you fix that, it will ask you when to start, or from where to start, and from where to end. So I'm starting from 0, I'm ending at 1, because mine are percentage values, so it should be in between this. Okay, so for now let us see only this, and I'm closing here. Okay, now if you see here, we got 0 to 100. Fine, so we can use entire view. You got all of this. Okay, now I'm just calling this as extra chart. You can name whatever this chart, whatever you want. Now I want to create a dashboard and add all the sheets that we have created till now. Okay, so I'm going to create a new dashboard here. So let us learn some key points about dashboard design here. So things that are important when you are creating dashboard is, so let us open up our notes that we are trying to add here. First thing is understand what are you trying to represent or show in the dashboard. Okay, try to limit number of colors you are using in the dashboard. Okay, so and apart from that, mm, try to follow the standards that are placed in your project. This is very important because my project might follow different rules for titles, tooltips or colors, and your project might follow different tools and all. So if there is such a document which talks about that, maybe you can take that as a reference point and you can color your dashboard and all. And try to gauge how many elements you are going to add in your dashboard so that you can decide the size of the dashboard. Now we are going to create a very basic dashboard, but intention is to show you different options here. Okay, primary intention is that not intention is not to use all the parts of dashboard. Okay, so when I open dashboard, there are two ways you can add an object here. One is tiled object and another one is floating object. The difference is when you add your object as a tiled object, it will take up this entire screen. Now you see here, it is taking up the entire screen. Now when you keep on adding multiple sheets, automatically it will try to add to the remaining screen, or it will divide the entire screen into two parts. You see here, the part is getting highlighted left side. If I move my mouse to the top, my top half part is getting highlighted, which means it will place the worksheet in that position. Likewise, if I move my cursor to the right, the right half is getting highlighted, which means it will place the object that side like this. Okay. Likewise, same if I drag it to the bottom, it is bottom half. Now you can decide where you want to put or how you want to put an object in the dashboard. Okay, so this is your tiled object. Floating object means manually you can decide the sizes of each of the object. Okay, and example, I'm just taking this. Have just converted this into floating, and when I drag and drop, you see automatically it is taking only some part of the dashboard. Now manually I can rearrange them like that I can do. Okay, so this is something that you need to decide whether you are going to use a floating object or a tiled object in your dashboard. But we are going to learn about both of them. We will see how it impacts when you add a tiled object and a floating object into the dashboard. So first thing is you need to decide the size of the dashboard. So the first thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add a container in the dashboard. Okay, so container is nothing but uh, like it will hold all of your sheets together. Okay, so I'm just dragging and dropping it here. See, you got a container. Now when you add an object here again, this object is a floating object and this object is also a floating object. So these two are placed on the dashboard. Okay, but now when I take this, you see here, hold down shift to drop a floating object into this container, which means this object will go inside this container. Okay, like say I'll hold my shift button and take this and drop it inside that. Now this object, whatever I have taken, will become a tiled object inside this floating container. Okay, this object will become a tiled object inside this floating container. Now you need to remember that point. Okay, so I'm just going to select the container, click on this arrow mark, and you have an option called as select container. I'm selecting that so that I can adjust the size whatever I want, and I am going to do it, or maybe take up entire screen to see if you can adjust. And let us try to add all of the object inside this. Okay, I'm holding my shift button, trying to drag and drop. Okay, likewise, let us try to add all of them. Suppose you want to replace. Okay, I don't want stacked bar chart here, I want a vertical bar chart here. You have an option called as replace option sheet. If I click on simply swap sheets, automatically it is a swapping. That way you can do. Okay, now again I'm bringing my stacked bar chart right to the bottom of this, so it is not allowing me. Let us scroll down here. I'm taking my shift button again. Okay, it is placing something like this. Okay, so let us remove the container for now. Okay, so I'm just manually adding directly to the dashboard here as a tiled object, all of them. Okay, so that it will be easy. So horizontal and then vertical, and then I want stacked bar chart, and then side by side bar chart. Okay, so and bar in bar chart. I'll add all the objects. Maybe you can, watch this video in 2x if you feel it bored, because there is a lot of stuff that I'm doing it manually step by step. So, but it is important for us to know. So first I'm adding all of the objects into the dashboard. You can observe how I'm putting, the objects here, so that, and how they are getting adjusted on the screen. Later on, once we place, we'll try to adjust the size of each object here. Okay, now we got all of them that we have here in the dashboard. So the first thing that I'm trying to do is eliminate the unnecessary items from the dashboard. That is cleanup activity I'm trying to do. So in your real time also, it is very important to eliminate the redundancies, eliminate the unused items in the dashboard which are not adding any important value, okay, to your dashboard. So I'm removing that. Okay, so I'm removing this year of order date, I don't need. Okay, all of that I'm trying to remove. Okay, so that has added up some space. Now observe here axis. I don't feel it is required because already we are showing a label. So I feel it is a redundant information. So I'm just right clicking on this and I am unchecking show header, and that is gone. Okay, so we'll make it fit entire view, everything. Okay, so this is how all of our dashboard should be. Likewise, for all of this I'm trying to do the same here. Okay, so removing the headers or axes because I don't need, and I'm converting that into entire view as a standard. Okay, so later on again we'll come back and we'll adjust the titles here. Okay, so this also I don't need here, we because it's vertical. Yeah, we have removed that. Same for this, and entire view. So same operation I'm trying to do it for all of the worksheet. Okay, uncheck. For this also uncheck. Okay, yeah, we did that. Now we want to do a little formatting on the dashboard here so that we increase the readability of the charts. Now observe here, I am not sure if you are visible. I mean, it is visible during the screen share or not. You can see lines on the chart here. You see here, this is standard lines here. There are standard lines here. Okay, they are called as grid lines. Okay, I want to remove that. And all of this will come under formatting option. Okay, so how can we, clean that? So you can always go to formatting option, select the sheet, okay, and click on format, and these are the different formatting options we have: font, alignment, shading, borders, and lines. So whenever you select a formatting option, this is what we get. So I can select this, and this is the option that we have, and everywhere it will be same: font, alignment, shading, borders, and lines. So our intention is to remove the what you call lines from here, right? So I'm going to lines here. So observe here in this sheet, under grid lines we have none. If I go to rows, none. If I go to columns, we have a line here, right? So if I make it none, you will see that line is gone. Okay, but observe this way here. If I select columns, it is none, but in rows we have here. So I'm cleaning up that. So I'm just trying to have my chart cleaned here, nothing else. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do. And if you want an axis line on the axis, then you have an option called as axis rulers and ticks that you can use. See here, I'm just for the visibility purpose, I'll try to use black. You see, you got this. Suppose if you need only this, you can do that. I need only this for now. Okay, I'm happy only with this. I can put that, and if you want to sync it with your color, you can do that as well. You can adjust the thickness according to your requirement. Okay, that also you can do. So this is the first thing that I've done. Same thing I'm trying to do it for this, but this time here I need it for my columns. So I'm going here and I'm adjusting my what you call, we got the line and maybe second thickness. Okay, so you need to remember what is the thickness you are using, not that you are using one option here and one option here, that doesn't look in sync. So I'm just going here and checking same 2 2. In this also we have used the same thing. Okay, I'm going to use the same thing, okay, in all of my sheets. And if you don't need titles also, you can remove, but for now we are going to put it. Okay, and but I want to remove all of these lines that you see here. It should be clean like how we have here. Okay, except that I don't need anything. Okay, so here I'm trying to see what are the extra lines we have. Zero lines I don't need. Okay, maybe we'll start from the sheet here. Grid lines, none. Zero lines, I'm eliminating them. Okay, and trend lines I don't need. Reference line I don't need. Okay, maybe reference line we need because uh, we are talking about this unit chart, right? So it might be required. So drop lines I don't need. Access ticks also I don't need. Maybe it should be under border. Okay, so I'm just trying to remove everything here. Row divider I don't need. So I'm just trying to remove all of the borders here so that it, okay. Now we cleaned up majority. We have only one line here. I want to eliminate that. So here nothing. In columns also nothing. But if I go to lines, grid lines, no. Yeah, now that is also gone. Okay. Now we need only on the axis. So maybe I can go to axis and have 2 2. Okay, so we got that. So we have cleaned up majority of the stuff here. Okay. Likewise, we need to do it for this sheet as well. So I'm removing everything. Okay. So grid lines I don't need. So that is gone. And we need only axis from rows. And apart from that, we don't need anything. So when you are trying to create a dashboard, try to observe, when you are making none, where is the change getting important? This is what you need to know, because these are very small or minute changes that will reflect on the dashboard, but we need to remember which change will impact, which place in the dashboard. So that is how you can clean up your dashboard actually. Okay, so column divider. Yeah. Okay, so now we have cleaned up this as well. Again, I'm going to side by side bar chart here to see if I have anything. So here also grid lines we don't need. So grid lines is technically on the every sheet. That is the default one. So based on how your sheet is, you can try to remove that in the first place. Okay, so here also I don't need grid lines, none. Okay, and then row dividers we have. If you see here this line, that is row divider and column divider. You see there is a grand total header and column divider is there. Here also it is there. Now observe, if I remove this got eliminated. So if you need it, you can put it. Okay, at which level you need. Okay, based on that you can decide. If you need it remove at header level, it is impacting here. Okay, so if I click on Control Z, I got back. If I want to remove at a pane level, it is also important that. Okay, so but if I go to column level, let us see where it is impacting. If I make it none, okay, that is also going now. Okay, so yeah, for now we'll put it like this only. Later on we will see. So for every sheet, okay, so we need only access here, 2 2. Okay, so we have I think we have these lines here. I think they are grid lines. Yeah, so I've removed that. Under this also we have grid lines, remove that, and we need only axis. So second and blue. Okay, that also we got. And here also I want to remove the grid lines. We did that, and we need only axis. Two I'm trying to put. You got that, and rest I want to remove these lines and all. We need to go to borders option here, and then you can eliminate all of this row divider and column divider here. So header we have, that should be under columns. So if I remove that also, it will be gone. Okay, now it is looking more precise and clean here. Same way we are going to do it for this as well, so that all our dashboard is in sync. I'm going to grid lines, rows, we have nothing, and then under rows we want to, okay. Yeah, now we have eliminated all the unnecessary items from the dashboard. Now we want to rearrange all of this so that they look neat and clean. So what I'm trying to do for now is trying to add a border to each of this chart so that they look neat here. So we are going to have a very little formatting option. Again, the option behind the intention behind showing this is just to show you how we can add this option to the dashboard. Okay, suppose we want to add a border to each of the worksheet in the view. I can select that, particular sheet, I can go to layout, and here we have an option border, background, and padding. This inner padding and outer padding that we are going to see. So if I try to add simply border here, again same, select what is the line you need, whether you need a standard line or a dashed line. You can select that. I'm selecting this one. Now see, it created a border on the worksheet. So either you can add completely like borders to every sheet that you are going to create, up to you. Okay, maybe you can try that method also, but I'm trying to limit that as well, and I'm just trying to put only at the one end, so and see if that is possible. Uh, so I'll just try to add a blank sheet somewhere in the middle here. Yeah, this way I want to add. So I've added a blank sheet separating my left side and right side, and I will try to limit the size here. So I can adjust the height, width, and all by selecting the layout option here. And you have, okay, and I can minimize it like this. Because I want this to be visible, what I'm trying is maybe I'll just try to just color it in the lightest shade possible. Okay, and not the border, maybe background I'll just try to color. Okay, so just differentiating that. Okay, so we got something like this which is separating. I'll try to have the most minimal width possible for this. Okay, and we have pasted it like this. So it is just differentiating. Now we want to rearrange the sizes here. So technically, if you see what is the dashboard size we are using, width is 1000, height is 1000. Okay, and I'll just, this is the manual method of doing. Okay, so but there is also a calculated way of approach that I will show you when we are doing when we are creating our second dashboard. Just for now, remember that this is a manual approach. Okay, if I put my cursor here, you will know what is the height is 160 here. Now observe here, if I am changing, height is changing. Now everywhere I should go, it should be 170 only, so you can cross check if it is matching or not. 169 like that. Okay, but currently you see here it is disabled because we have kept this as our tiled objects. It is not allowing us, but this, if this were floating objects, it would have been easy to adjust the size. Okay, so same thing, I'm just trying to, okay, so for everywhere I'm trying to have as entire view and 170 as the size. 160. So for now, if you see, even though we are putting 169 or 170, our dashboards are looking aligned. Okay, so if I remove it, maybe we'll get an option to check. Yeah, now it is giving us option which is telling that they are aligned. So here we want this to be 170. Size is 140. Yeah, this is 153. This is 203. Okay, and Okay, and yeah, we almost got that. Okay, so this is how your dashboard is looking now. And now I only want to have or add a border to my title, not to anything else. How can I do that? You can select the title and you have an option called as format title. And when you do that, you get an option here, shading or border for two things, title and border and caption, sorry. So if you're playing with the title, you can adjust these two, shading and border. If you're doing it with caption, you can do it with these two. So either if you want to add color, you can do that, or caption, you want border, you do that. Okay. So let us add a simple color to this. And I want to add maybe this color. Suppose you are not okay and you want to take the same color that you are using for this, you can also click on this more color, and there is an option called as a pick screen color. I'm selecting that and going to click on the bar color. It will automatically copy that color code here. This is the color code that you are using. Click on that and you got the same thing. Now I want a little lighter version of this. So I'm trying to decrease from 100% to 50%. This is how it is looking. So this way also you can use. So just showing you different ways we can use the color person here. Okay. So you want to use same thing, you can use it here so that our dashboards are inclined. Or if you're not okay, you can use anything from the existing colors also. Like you want to use any existing colors, you can click on this and it will look something like this. Okay, but just because our intention is to limit the number of colors we are using, so I'm just trying to put a very minimal color, maybe this color I'll use, a lighter version of white. Okay, and I'll just try to do that in every thing here. So maybe this was second one. Yeah, for every sheet that we have, I'm trying to add the same shading color here, so that again we are using a standard color everywhere we go. Okay, so maybe this is not the best dashboard that you have seen on YouTube, but again, like I said, my intention is to show you different option rather than creating the best dashboard, because knowing options are more important. I might use it in a different way. You might use it in a different way according to your understanding on the data, according to your requirement on the data and all. And design is also important. Okay, so we're just seeing how we can improvise this, and this is how our dashboard is looking now. Okay, and yeah, so the last part that was pending was we wanted to add a blank here in between so that we separate. I'm bringing that now. Okay, you can take this blank and add it in the middle. So this is called as a blank object that you can use. So either you can use blank object or you can use, okay, and again we'll go to layout and we'll try to add the same background to this also, second one. Okay, yeah, so this is how our dashboard is looking for now. Okay, and what are the remaining things that are left here? We need to adjust the color here, because like I said, we decided that we will be using, or we will be limiting the number of colors we have used. We need to fix that, or we need to consider that. So here everywhere it is blue, right? So till here it is fine, here also it is fine, but here again two different colors. So I want to use a same pattern of blue color. So I'm going to this sheet to adjust, and maybe I'll go to the second wherever that is there, and I'll try to color the lighter version of blue here. Okay, so that again it is aligning. Yeah, so same here also. Observe here, because we have used here on the color, it is giving us different colors, but we want a blue gradient only. So I'm clicking on this edit colors. So by default it is automatic. If I click on this, you have all of these different colors that you can use. I'm selecting blue and I'm simply clicking assign palette. all of this will colors will get automatically assigned. Click on apply. Manually also you can do, like select this and select whatever the color from here you need, it will assign. Okay, or if at all you want all of these colors to be automatically assigned, you can click on assign palette. Once that is done, you can click on this apply. Okay, now you see it is taking only single color pattern here, even though it is a dimensional thing here. Again, I'm going back to our dashboard. We got that same here also. I'm trying to correct that. I don't want this all orange color. Edit it. So instead of this, I'll just select a blue color from here. For sales, I'll select a lighter color of this. Right? Okay. Now, if you see, we are trying to follow the standards wherever we are going. So everywhere we have the same color followed. Only here it is black. Let us try to correct that also to blue. So somewhere it should be under, maybe not here. Yeah, here. Okay. So that way we have done. Now our dashboard is almost ready. So once your dashboard is ready and you want to know how it looks to the end user, you can see it in the presentation mode, and you can click on this icon that is there on the top, and it will become the full view here. Okay, and if you're okay with this, you can click on escape button. You'll come back to your original page of dashboard, and from again here you're fine. The first thing that you need to do is, name your dashboard. Like say I'm calling it as my first dashboard here. Okay, so let us also add a title here. I have not added. Go to dashboard and you have an option called as a show title, and I'm writing the name as 30-day Tableau challenge. Okay, so you can search it on Tableau public. I'll just try to post it there, and yeah, again I'll just try to follow the same color here as well. And now you see here all of our titles are in the same black color. Okay, if you want to follow a different font style, you can adjust that. Even tool tips you need to color correct. Now you see here average of one it is showing, which we should not show technically that. Okay, so here also percentage of total, all of that need to be corrected. That is when your dashboard will become complete. As of now it is 95% complete, and it is a very static dashboard because we are not using any of the filters or parameters and all. We are just simply trying to put the charts that we have created. That's it. Okay, so now I'll leave up to you how you will correct that tooltip. Okay, only that is pending. Now once that is done, name this dashboard, and once it is completed, you can right click on this, and you have an option called as hide all sheets. Now what this will do is it will free up your space here. Now see here already we have created so many sheets that we are using this navigation button to move from left to right. We don't want that to happen in real time. We want to save the space. Right click on this hide all sheets. Now you see here technically in this workbook we have two dashboards. One is our first dashboard that we have created. This is our second dashboard that we have created. All of this under a common workbook called as 30-day challenge. Okay, and this is one worksheet that we have extra. So if you don't need that, we can click on this and we can delete it. Now our dashboard is neat and clean without any extra things. You want to color on this, that also you can do. You have color option and like this, so it will add a line to the below. So this is something that you, if you feel it is required, you can add to it. If not also it is fine. So just to separate this, I'm just using maybe green color we will use. Okay, now our dashboard is ready, and if at all you want to send it to your client for review, you can click on dashboard, and you have an option called as export as image. You can click on that and it will get downloaded as an image format. Let us see how it downloads. I'm just trying to put it here and save. And let us go to our folder and see how it is looking. It is all our content are in this folder only. So if I scroll down, here it is. Now you can directly share this with the user and get the review on the dashboard. That way you will know how the dashboard is looking. Now see here, there is a mistake here, right? So all of this is incorrect, or they don't need, so they'll come back, "Arey, this is not clear and all, we need some corrections on this and all," or maybe here they don't want 10.00 and all. So this type of corrections, they will come back, and again you have to work on that and you have to fix that. Okay, see, even if I'm trying to zoom in, it is clear. Okay, so I think that's it from my side in this video. I hope you have learned something new. If it does, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.